It's every day, bro. Welcome.
You're a fucking fag.
I know. Jake Paul's
She's
awesome.
got some
though,
fucking
okay?
mad passive aggression she needs to work out right now.
Why don't we watch that video instead? Why don't we watch that video instead? Let's watch the video by the one girl from Team 10. Wanna do that?
Which girl, the whore or the bruised?
This blonde bimbo that just released a song. Can't remember what it was called. Though.
Oh, the whore.
Aren't they all? Aren't they like 17?
Like fucking.
I don't care, okay? Majority of my audience agrees with me and what I said about this fucking video.
Yeah,
okay?
majority are white and they don't get it, so.
I listen to rap all the fucking time.
I'm against BLM, and I've spent the last fucking week being called anti-black because apparently other non-black person of color don't know the struggle to be black. Like, y'all ain't ever had racist fucking slurs, like, shouted at you. Me too. You ain't so different. We've lived the same shit. Like, fuck off.
I've been called a half-breed.
His answer, though, to the reason why he made that video, you know, it's fucking ridiculous. Like him, oh, you're thinking, whatever, you know. But like he's not exactly the most intelligent guy in the world. So saying that he has this banger hit of a song, it's like the song's only got its popularity because of the controversy. That's it. And I understand.
No, the song's like 10 months old, and it went hard way before the music video.
The newest video, though, only
a fuck ton.
I know, but this newest video.
He needs to shave his hair.
He's trying to be the Weeknd.
It looks like on his pubes.
No, he's not. It's just a really popular black hairstyle.
He's trying to be the Weeknd.
It's shit.
And what's with the audience in the thing too? That's what I don't get. Like I get it that the kid's acting and he's not really being hung there, and I get it that it's not an actual news.
Fuck, when I was a kid, I thought I could see dead people, and it turned out, nah, I'm just hallucinating.
so yeah, that's what he does in the video. And
yeah, but what does that make you feel?
What?
That he's a racist scumfuck piece of shit?
And do you think that's how black people felt when their kids were lynched?
No.
What, like, 200, 300 years ago?
60.
There were some occurrences that happened in the
early... Yeah, by KKK members.
So you're talking early 1900s, though. That was still 116 years ago, not 60.
Yeah, but Emmett Till happened in the 50s, the 1950s.
Racist scumbags are everywhere. Like, you can't get rid of them. You can't pretend they're not there. You just have to kind of, like, accept
the problem is people are going to take...
Shit.
It's in 55. But the stuff that people are going to take from this video is not this intelligent message that he has, okay?
He doesn't look like an intelligent fucker.
The Black Lives Matter thugs are going to take this fucking video and use it as an excuse for violence.
Yeah, but if you look at the lyrics, and that's what should be looked at, the message along with the fucking video.
Well, I'm trying to find the new lyrics because the original.
I've got them.
Any of that shit.
It starts out and he's hanging in a tree by a gold chain, and he says, "You ever seen a nigger hung by it with a gold chain? I'd rather sing about the same things that we claim, such as bashful, but niggers like task force, mobbing on the streets and robbing stores and ski masks. Niggers ask for peace and then riot and bring violence, because this is a game of cat and mouse, and you gon' bleed silent."
You want to play that fucking card? I'll play that fucking card. Africa at the moment are basically slitting and burning gay people right now.
I would go with that's more religion based.
How about this part? Murder ops killing shit. I enjoy the thrill of it.
Yeah.
Raising blood of officers' corpses. Offer them, auction them.
What do you think KKK is? They're doing it for religious practices.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying, like, I'm just saying they slit in gay people's throats because they think gay people are inferior and should die.
Not just gay people, trans people, people who are accused of being gay, people helping out gay people or being nice to gay people.
Okay,
and people who have HIV because they think that people with HIV is gay.
Yeah, well, people like Steven Crowder aren't helping that fucking stigma, are they?
No, but here's what he says at the end, okay? He says, equity and equality. The end result, we all, the ones that don't want to live in misery, that is desire. And naturally, we all black and whites are shading, I can't pronounce it.
Schadenfreude.
Yes, which doesn't even make sense in the context he's using it. Okay, so they said Emmett Till, yeah. I agree. The Emmett Till was terrible and horrible. Philando Castile, no. Philando Castile reached for something in the car, whether it was his license or whatever it was that he reached for, it doesn't matter. The cop told him, though, 5 times, don't reach for anything.
Yeah, but he literally, like, I feel like you've just missed the entire thing of he states a black on white crime before Fidel Castile.
Yeah, and I commented on that. I also said that the Emmett Till situation was horrible and shouldn't have happened. You know, and I'm not denying that, and even in my video about this video, I said the same thing. I said that, yeah, that was an actual case of an innocent kid that was murdered. Okay?
But none of this is saying that black people should go kill white people.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand what he's getting at, saying that violence is violence, and that's great. But you don't need to hang a kid to say that.
But I feel like people of color and black people and just it's been said 1,000,001 times and shit still happens.
Yep. When was the last time a black guy got hung? Really? Like a wide. I'm not talking like just once in a lifetime. I'm talking like a widespread thing.
There's been a couple of cases that are suspect of suicides that don't look like they could have actually been suicides.
The thing is, though, he's
not fucking hard evidence, bitch. Not fucking.
The only thing is, though, is he talks about, oh, black or white, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. This guy's songs, okay, he doesn't stand up for white kids. If you listen to his fucking music, okay, he's not saying anything worthwhile to defend white kids or say that black and white, that violence is bad no matter what race you are. His songs don't express that whatsoever.
But that's what he literally said in this song.
I mean, he had a song before that offended people so much that a guy ran up and just punched him in the fucking face.
Yeah, I mean, there's an entire genre of rap called horrorcore, which is
I realize that.
Expressing really fucked up, dark ideas that you have in your head.
I realize that, but I listen to like Mad Child and shit like that from Swollen Memory.
Shut up. There's a difference between horrorcore and just plain right being a dick hanging a kid.
Horrorcore would be, oh, I pull out my chainsaw and cut your bitch's head off like Eminem does. Okay, that would be horrorcore. That's an example of horrorcore. But what
isn't fucking horrorcore.
He doesn't even go that far to be a horrorcore song.
Eminem isn't a fucking horrorcore. Juggalo,
he has a few
what's it called? Insane Clown Posse is fucking horrorcore, and most horrorcore is shit.
Eminem has a few songs where he talks about using a chainsaw.
I mean, Tyler Creator and like El Sweatshirt and Most Odd Future would fall under horrorcore if you're being really fucking like stringent on your genres.
But saying like, Eminem is horrorcore is like saying that.
No, I said Eminem has a couple.
Shut up.
He has a couple songs.
Right. I'm saying that saying Eminem is horrorcore is like saying Blood on a Dance Floor is metal. You know what I'm saying?
Those guys are pedophiles, but that's besides the point.
Well, no, one of them's a pedophile, one of them's just a dick. And unfortunately, it's never the hot one who's a pedophile. Now it has to be the short, ugly one.
There are a lot of Eminem songs that are actually horrorcore songs. For example, okay, "Right for Me." The song "Right for Me" by Eminem, that one's definitely a horrorcore song.
a lot of shit during the Kim divorce was pretty like Stan. Just
yeah.
Like I wouldn't. I mean, as the broad definition of horrorcore goes, yeah, it does fit under.
But I have to agree with what Thrax is saying in chat that like you know, regardless of what happened in the 50s, 60s, or any time in the past, that we shouldn't be held responsible for the actions of our ancestors. We just shouldn't.
Well, if I've been held responsible for my ancestors, then I'm a murdered Jew, commie fuck whose grandmother employed black people only because they were cheap. Sorry, great grandmother.
I mean, that was like 90% of England in the 50s. That's why we have so many islanders.
Bitch, this was before the 50s.
Yeah, but I know, but we have so many islanders because we had the linguistic shortage, and black people from Trinidad, Tobago, the Caribbean, those islands, the Virgin Islands, they were willing to come over and do cheap labor.
You're forgetting what I'm half of.
Can we have this asshole do a rap battle though against Jake Paul, because that might be something, right?
I think I know a bit about black culture, you fucking crap.
Well, this is the other horror from Team 10, alright?
Mostly because my brother likes to ham it into my head.
Like, I don't know what the fuck they're wearing in these videos, but it's just like...
They're whores.
I don't know what...
They're all fucking whores.
They're just teenagers that think they're whores.
Teenagers can be whores.
Sure they can, but these girls are just trying to ride on the coattails of the Paul family, right?
Oh, so they're just YouTube whores.
I don't know. Tessa Brooks thinks that she's good at rapping, just like that one guy who. I
don't understand why these girls try to show off enough tits as possible, and it's like you don't have tits, you just have nipples, you fucking idiots. I have tits. Fern has tits. You have tits.
Oh, I do, but
I
well, they pretty much go around saying how hot these girls are, and then they get this image, right?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so this one, this whole article, they're talking about this gender politics that's in the movie. There's sort of, I guess, in the new It movie, right? Okay, but they're talking about this scene, right? I'm sure we've all seen it, where the Pennywise is just like, oh, I had all the kids' voices come out of the sink and be like, we're all in the sewer, we float down here. Okay.
You'd think like an elder god would have slightly more power than just like popping bloody balloons and sinks. But...
Well, he does. He kills them all eventually, but the original is just so ridiculous, so it's not even scary whatsoever. But the thing is, though, it says that they didn't show the kids cleaning it for like 5 minutes. No, they did this big, long, slow montage of these boys cleaning up all her blood and stuff. And just basically trying to say that, oh, yeah, it's some symbol of her sexuality and everything else. Which, what the original was trying to say.
Who gives a shit?
I do, because it's basic feminism crap. So basically the whole thing...
The sexual abuse is kind of like, I understand it's still sexual abuse, but I don't think her father does it wantonly. I think it's Pennywise that possesses him and makes him diddler.
Yeah.
If it's a good movie, then who gives a shit?
Which,
I like her.
You've got to really give it to fucking Stephen King for when he wrote that to talk about like sexual abuse.
The thing is, it's like I don't give a shit if there's a political agenda. If it's a good fucking movie, I'll watch it again. But the problem is most SJWs don't make a good movie.
Well, that's the problem. That Stephen King has turned.
If you make a good movie about non-binary, then I would watch it. Definitely watch it again. If you make a shit movie about non-binary, I'm just gonna tear it apart. That's it.
I don't think there is such a good one. A good movie showing that.
But SJWs make shit movies. Have you seen the movie XX? It's fucking terrible. They're trying to make short horror movie stories, and one of the directors doesn't like fucking horror, so he tries to do a comedy horror.
Yeah, but this whole thing is basically she's trying to argue that it somehow is trying to say that most women aren't believed when they're sexually assaulted, but the boys believed Beverly and helped her clean up the bloody mess afterwards. It's like
this movie, which I can't remember what it's called, but this woman kept getting raped by these scummy men, and it was fucking ridiculous because it was like, oh yeah, a badly hurt, bleeding woman just walking naked on the front, and 4 guys just want to rape her all of a sudden. That's not how
I spit on your grave because that's a fucking sick film.
No, because I saw that film and it was shit. Like the political message.
What, the original of I Spit on Your Grave?
No. The remake. The original.
The original is just like fucking revenge porn.
Yeah.
No. The original is like revenge porn, which is why I don't really like massively appreciate it. But I get it. But the new one just so much. They could have made it so they didn't have to shove it into our heads. She's a feminist. They are rapists, because that just ruins the fucking movie.
Well, this new It movie, instead of making her have sex with everybody, they just make them have a blood pact instead.
Well, that's what they did in the old one as well.
Oh, okay.
I can't imagine ABC is alright with 12-year-olds fucking.
That's the difference between like the old movie and the new movie. The old movie wasn't directed by SJWs, and the new movie was. That's why the new movie is shit.
Well, Stephen King himself is an SJW, so
yeah, he's an exception. How many other SJWs can you list off your head that makes good content? You can't say J.K. Rowling, so I've read her books and they're shit.
Buffy went on. Like Joss Whedon, like Buffy is a fucking good show.
She makes a good story plot, but fuck, when she comes to fucking writing the story, I want to go to sleep. She has to put so much detail on everything, and it's ridiculous. You don't have to put too much detail on the fucking food. We get it, it's yummy food.
Paul Feig has a few good movies too. They're not all full-blown SJW films, but there were a couple that were okay. I'm not saying amazing, but
this guy's a horror director.
Yeah. Well, those revenge porn movies are, I don't know, they're good sometimes, I guess. Spit on Your Grave wasn't that bad, but
I Spit on Your Grave is one of my favorite fucking horror films.
My new favorite movie isn't actually a horror film. It's actually a very, very dark comedy, but it still makes you feel a bit horrified but laugh. It's called Kuso, and it's directed by Flying Lotus, someone else, and David Firth, the guy who did Salad Fingers and Cream. And it's fucking brilliant. It still makes you scared, but it also makes you laugh so fucking hard.
There aren't any good horror
movies. A good movie about psycho clowns, or that features psycho clowns. Then what?
No, I found that concept stupid. It's a fucking guy wearing makeup.
And a house of 1,000 corpses.
It's a guy wearing makeup. You can easily kill him. There's no clowns don't have powers. You can kill him. He's a man wearing makeup. Get over it.
Powers.
Yeah, but it's meant to subvert the whole childhood trauma thing. That's what it's aimed at.
Yeah, those children are stupid. Children are stupid though, and when you're an adult, you grow out of that fucking fear of when people are still scared of clowns. Literally, all you have to do is take someone who's dressed up as a clown and just wipe their makeup off.
Yeah, but I think if you had a clown attempt to murder you and your friends, it might be a little bit different.
No, man, he's just a man he's just like a man wearing makeup. You just have to fucking stab him in the face.
Except when it's Pennywise, and then that's just an older god that takes the form of a clown.
Okay, I never watched a horror movie that actually scared me that had a clown in it.
I mean, have you watched A House of a Thousand Corpses? And,
yes.
The clowns are
Yes.
scary. Just the whole...
Oh, you didn't just say there was shit. Some of the true
the clown part in that wasn't really... Clown part in that wasn't really...
Kuzo is a fucking better horror movie, and it's technically not even fucking horror, it's dark comedy.
Go watch the Babadook instead of this stupid Annabelle crap.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you compare that to horror... No, if you compare that to horror movies right now, like that movie was one of the best because it didn't show the monster the whole fucking time.
Well, that's the whole point of the Babadook. It's a reference on depression and loss.
Yep.
There's also this one movie called Marta.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good because it's like you think it's a demon and it's like nope, psychological, and then it goes into like a massive like torture fest with some crazy guys like wanting some kind of crap from you, and then you find out the crap and it's like holy shit, these people are insane.
I was gonna watch American Horror Story, but from what I've heard about this season, it's like political bullshit.
Marta is really good because you have no idea what's gonna happen next, and that's brilliant.
What season?
Like I explained.
Are they on? Is the last one that's been out Hotel? Because Hotel was fucking shite.
Yeah, that was the last one, but now it's Cult, and it stars a Hillary supporter on election night.
I don't know, but fucking Lady Gaga was pretty hot all throughout. I watched the Hotel season. It was shit, but
no, this one there's a cult and there's a woman that is a Hillary supporter. It's election night. And then they brought the clown from the stupid.
Take off the makeup from Lady Gaga and then try and say she's pretty.
Yeah, but they brought the clown back from the circus one.
Really pretty without makeup on.
You remember Dandy and the clown on Freak Show?
No, the unaltered version.
No, I've seen it. She's attractive.
No.
But way before the nose surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think she's attractive. I find Amy Winehouse attractive though, so.
Yeah, they brought the clown from Freak Show is back in this season of American Horror Story, so I don't know. Now that guy was actually terrifying. Not Dandy, but not the rich kid, but the one before that. Did a good job with that clown, but now they're just recycling ideas now, which is getting ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure if I watched my horror movies in front of you two, you would piss yourselves, or I'll be like, I'm bored.
Nah, probably not, because most of those horror movies are probably just gore for the sake of gore, so...
Actually, no, they're proper horror movies. It takes a lot for a horror movie to scare me, because I know how they're made.
You know, the whole point of a horror movie scaring you, it depends what type of scare you're looking for. There's jump scares, and then there's other, you know.
No, I like psychological horror, which is actually a lot harder to fucking make than gore. You know how they make gore? Do you know how they make gore? They either use fucking CGI because they're cheap ass cunts, or they use pig intestines.
Yeah. Everyone knows that. But if you watch movies that are horror and don't have gore in them, it's not as, you know, like...
The movie I thought implemented practical effects really well. I haven't seen, and like a lot of people don't like it, but the Evil Dead remake, the practical effects in that were fucking spot on.
Well, if you look at something like Insidious was done without any big time practical effects, really.
Yeah.
And there were a couple moments in that.
I'm just saying, like, if fucking like dark humor can scare me sometimes, better than Hollywood. There's something wrong with Hollywood.
Depends on, like, if you watch something like Drag Me to Hell, it's a fun movie and there's tons of jump scares in it, but it's not really scary.
That fucking gypsy lady, oh my god. I was fucking like, my eyes rolled out of my head.
It's more gross.
Like,
okay, that's more gross than scary, though, when she's going at the girl with her gums.
No, it was just like, there was just some cringy moments that like, some like fucking studio executive were like, what are kids scared of nowadays?
We watched that with like a 7-year-old, and she didn't get scared at all. She laughed the whole time.
Do you know what movie really fucking fucked me up as a kid? Ringu. Like, my parents were watching it, and I came in, and it was like the subtitles were like, you watch this, and in 7 days you die. And I was just like, turn it off, you're gonna
die. I didn't go on my. I was like 16, and I didn't go on my basement. I didn't go in my basement for like 2 weeks after seeing Blair Witch. So.
Have you heard the theory that Blair Witch is actually about the 2 boys taking her out into the forest so they can murder her?
The ending of the Blair Witch thing was the scary part, but the rest of it wasn't really scary. The part of the kids in the basement is what freaked me out back in the day.
Perfect Blue.
But I was never stupid like any of the kids going to see it, being like, this is all real. They said so. It's like, no, it's not.
They did do a really fucking good campaign. They had a website and everything for the missing kids.
The remake was okay. It was a lot more gory, but at the same time, I was like, when they showed the witch, though, in the new one, it was just terrible. Because it looked like some stick figure thing or something. It was really weird.
Have you ever watched, like, Mungo?
Perfect Blue is still a brilliant psychological crap fest, because it's like...
If you like psychological horror, you should honestly really watch, like, Mungo. It's an Australian film. It's a psychological horror. It's pretty good.
No way, you gotta watch Wrong Turn if you want Australian. not the ones after that, but the first one was...
I'm the type of person who watched all 3 Centipede movies and didn't even fucking flinch.
Well, first one was
I met the brother and sister that made Human Centipede 2. They're really nice.
The third one was fucking funny. I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, I think by that point he knew it was just going to be ridiculous.
Do you know what film? The only film that's actually ever disgusted me. It's 2 films that have actually disgusted me. And
Inferno?
It's a Serbian film and 21 Days of Slaughter.
I don't know, Green Inferno. I don't know what the cannibalism and stuff. I don't know.
The Serbian film pretty fun. There's a scene. I kind of don't want to say it because it spoils it for people who are going to watch it in the future. But I wouldn't recommend you watch it because it's literally just the level. It's just there's one scene where they're like talking. It's this porn actor and he's doing one last gig. You know, the old one last gig, and there's a part where they show him the porn they make, and it's a guy who helps a woman give birth and then proceeds to rape the newborn baby.
Yeah, I know.
And then at one point he rapes his son.
I know. It was all horrible. Serbian film is one of those that they made it just for shock value. You know what I mean? That's why they did what they did. But like it.
But I've never been disgusted by concept in a film. Like, I've been uneasy, but that made me, like, that was like a gut reaction. I just didn't like it.
Well, that would be why it didn't come over here. You know. Just, I don't know.
Fucking Serbians.
Something really cool.
Why you couldn't be Serbia?
I can't remember what the movie was called, but this girl was regularly raped by her father, and then she teamed up with like an older boy, and it was like a foreign film, but then she teamed up with a boy, basically drugged the father, pulled out his teeth, broke his legs, and all that shit, and basically, just kept torturing him, and then like they managed to make a business out of torturing people, because apparently it was like he was like a soldier for. Do you know the history of the Spanish War?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, well, he was he was kind of the commie fuck, and a lot of people who were kind of freedom fighters wanted to like torture those kind of people. So, oh, by the way, the boy and the girl were having a sexual relationship too, but they never showed it on camera because it's like obviously they're children. But yeah, it was like that was fucking weird. And I remember like my friend who was a hipster, she just put it on like that, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Oh, there's a movie that messed with your head for the entire time. If you watch that, have you seen that movie called Room? Have you seen that before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it'll fuck with your head while you're watching it. Just like, what the fuck?
Nah, it's kind of just nah.
It wasn't completely fucked up, but it's more one of those situations that once you have a kid, and then you realize what they went through in that situation, and that when you think about that being based on a real thing, it's just like.
I don't know. I think it's better. I think a horror film should make you more uneasy and then make you feel scared right near the end, than just feeling scared the entire time.
I wouldn't call that. I'm not calling that movie a horror movie.
Because you're gonna get bored. Like oh yeah, you have to build up to the end. You can't just fucking like blow your load at the first 30 minutes.
You could watch Pontypool. That one's pretty interesting. It starts out slow and then gets really, really interesting. It's about a virus that spread through words.
So SJWs?
No, at one point they realize that certain words are triggering the virus, so they have to replace certain words in the English language with other ones.
So SJWs.
Kind of, I guess. But it's sort of like a zombie thing or whatever they hear it, and they're trapped in this radio station the whole time.
Ooh, zombies, so scary.
No, they're not quite zombies. They're like some bloodborne infection that makes them go crazy and bash their heads and try and affect it. But it's not that makes the movie interesting. What makes it interesting is that you become trapped by your own words and then you don't know what to do anymore. At that point.
Don't speak until the virus is stopped.
Well, that's the problem. In order to cure the virus, the problem is that you have to use your voice, but it's really strange. It's hard to explain.
No, you can write it down or sign language. Or text to speech. Like fucking text to speech. Like you don't have to fucking talk in order to find out how to cure the fucking virus.
Yeah,
like if the virus is so fucking deadly and the only way it can be transmitted is through speech, then why don't you just stop fucking talking, let all the idiots who speak like fucking die, but the people,
because it wasn't all speech, it was only certain words.
Yeah, well, how come you just stop speaking and do sign language or writing or some shit like that, or even fucking text speech?
Because you'd have to convince the entire world to do it all at the same time.
Okay, this is how you convince the entire world. If you say certain words, you'll die, and if you say certain words, you'll go crazy, and if you go crazy, we'll shoot you. See how many people show up then.
No, what they did is they started playing.
We live in a world where you say if you don't give your child this vaccination, it's probably going to catch the disease and die, and people are still like, no, I'm going to vaccinate it.
Then shoot the motherfuckers then. You don't want the virus to spread. I mean, it's really not that hard of a concept.
Yeah, but you'd have to shoot a lot of people, and that's the issue.
Have you heard of genocide?
Yeah, but it's usually frowned upon. In polite society.
Yeah. You try and point an innocent kid's head and pull the trigger. Go ahead.
Turkey used to be in a polite society, and look what they did to the Armenians.
Armenian genocide didn't happen. What are you talking about?
Let's be honest with each other.
There was no Armenian genocide. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna kill you.
Of course.
Germany was a polite society for a while. It used to be before the Nazi regime came along.
Actually, it was like that when the Nazis were in power, but they were like, as far as you're saying, they're
you people share history. You people share history, really are.
Whatever. You can't deny all the positive things that happened. Well, you can, I guess.
I mean,
but
they fixed the economy. I mean, it was through slavery.
After they fucking broke it. After they fucking broke it, we're trying to start a war against the entire fucking world.
Well, they did
the first time.
Yeah, but that wasn't a political party. It was a fucking it's an empire, Germany. Like, it was like the First World War was what decided like empires fucking ground territory.
Well, and the First World War, the reason for it that Germany caused anything anyway, it was all a false flag anyway.
I fucking my favorite meme is, you know, those who would win memes?
Yeah.
And it's just a world without war and then one Serbian guy getting shot.
The U.S. said today that if Korea launches nukes, that one of the U.S. officials said that they would not defend Canada.
Oh, Canada's fucked anyway.
Canada's like got a pretty good army anyway. Sure
which is funny because Canada's a member of the UN, so I don't think they could just be like, "Sorry, Canada, no, we're not going to help you." We're in the UN, so if something did happen, then
yeah, the UN tried to ban fucking, like, UN thought it'd be important enough to ban fucking anime. Like, how well thought out is the UN really? If they think one of the biggest concerns was fucking anime.
Well, I don't know.
Cartoon genre.
Anime
well,
answer that. So
your leaders seem to think that anything that's non-missionary sex is evil. So
it's what you get for putting a bunch of old prudes in fucking power.
Yep.
At least we're not fucking fat shits that eats fried butter.
I mean, England has got like the highest obesity rate in Europe.
No, instead of fried shit, it's just curries all the time.
Well, yeah, because England's a tiny ass island, which we have nothing to do but eat, sleep, and fart. Of course, we're gonna get fat. America has freedoms, and they're still the fifth fattest country in the entire fucking world.
Maybe.
I think they were surpassed by Mexico, actually. I can remember reading an article that they got surpassed by Mexico.
Oh, maybe. Well, I mean, Mexico has the reputation.
I mean, they do have good-ass food, and I wouldn't, like, if I was in Mexico and there was some good-ass Mexican food all the time, I probably wouldn't stop eating for at least a month.
Yeah, but there's too much bad shit going on in Mexico for you to want to live there.
Maybe that's why they're all getting fat. So, like, if they get shot up by the cartel, it'll be less likely to hit a fucking vital organ.
They're actually trying to say that the original Psycho was scary, and I'm like,
yeah, cartel doesn't actually run Mexico. They just run cartel doesn't actually run Mexico. What actually runs Mexico is the fascist government.
You mean the government that supports the cartels? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, because the government's making a shit ton of money off the cartels, so it's like...
Yeah, they're fascist government. They're not exactly the cartel, but they fucking fund it. So, technically you'd say the cartel is running Mexico, but it's actually the fucking cunts who doesn't give a shit about their citizens and stuff. And...
Yep. Anyway. We're gonna end this soon anyway, nobody's watching, so.
2 people watching.
Yeah, one is me.
Okay, and one's me, apparently.
Yeah, so then I don't know. I get my streaming channel back in October, so. And once I do that, hopefully I can get people to actually watch so I can use the super chat.
Don't use super chat. Super chat is like YouTube takes way too much too much money from super chat.
Yeah,
like you get more from fucking Twitch. That's how much of a cunts YouTube are.
Yeah, but at this moment I'm making nothing out there, so it doesn't hurt to have it anyway, right? Yes, Thrax, I know you're there too.
No one fucking listens. You don't fucking listen to me.
I heard you.
Yeah, you didn't listen though. You never do.
I was reading the other page for a moment. What were you saying?
I'm just gonna do this. Fuck you.
Yeah, that really accomplished a lot because I could just click the button. I don't know who Casey was that was just in here, by the way. No idea.
I don't know. maybe he saw that I was abusing you and he was like, nah, this girl got it covered.
No, I did one of the Twitter groups because that's the only place I posted the links. So, even though Red's around, she still didn't come in. But whatever.
You're a cunt.
I know I am totally. I'm a bit out of it right now, so I'm not really paying that close attention. So. My medication has got me all messed up right now. So.
Yeah, apparently you think Thrax is a nobody.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a nobody too, so. I know Thrax is there, but other than Thrax, there's nobody watching.
It's okay, Thrax. The majority of time, he doesn't let me fucking talk.
Well, I do. Today is just the first day that you've actually had a microphone that people can hear. I like the...
You are really lucky you live an ocean away from me.
You normally talk really quiet, so I'm glad that the mic is better. Whatever you did is working.
I'll punch you in the face right now.
Why?
You're irritating.
Why? Because you have a quiet voice?
You're irritating.
You're gonna punch someone. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Anyway, gotta end the stream here. I got stuff to do, so see you guys later.